Now, I've got 7-time South African superbike champion Clint Steller with me in studio tonight to chat about his historic title and his glittering career. He's not sitting. I asked for him to stand because I want us to see his glittering suit that he is wearing and looking very snazzy. Clint, welcome to Sports at Prime. Good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's special to be here. Absolutely.
Absolutely. A pleasure having you here. Let's talk about the fact that you are now, all-time SA, well, let's say premier class SA superbike champion. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, you set a goal and you keep working towards it, and 7 was my goal. And now I've reached it, and you think, okay, cool, reset button. You know, what more can we do? So, yeah, excited about it. You know, proud to have achieved it, but definitely want to keep going and see how far we can get.
So the goal has not been scored. You, I'm assuming, extended it to now, what, 9, 10?
I can't tell you the number because I got to get to it. Definitely, there's another number. Originally, it was 7, and that's where I was going. But now, yeah, let's look for a few more. Absolutely, see how far we can go.
Let's talk about the season. COVID-19 affected season. A few races on the calendar. Can you just tell me how that played out?
Yeah, so it was really quite difficult, to be honest, you know, to maintain the fitness and especially that like touch that you get when riding a motorcycle. Because it's so fast, it feels like if you don't do it all the time, you're doing 500 k's an hour and a million things are happening. So I lost that certainly, and I know my teammates also were saying that they did. I lost that touch and that feel during the time sitting at home, you know, sort of not being on fast motorcycles. So that was a challenge, but once we got that back, it felt that the rhythm started to come, and I was fortunate enough to start picking up quite a few wins in the season after COVID as well. Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad because now you are here standing in front of me celebrating another championship. When did you start racing bikes, essentially? When did this love begin?
So I started racing motorcycles at 3 years old. At 3 years old, my dad got me a little Pee-wee 50 motorcycle and took the seat off because the rules were if your feet can touch the ground, you can race. So he took the seat off and put a bath sponge, and that was it. I sat on the bath sponge, and I would love to say that I was this superstar from day one, but I really wasn't. I just sort of rode around and didn't want to fall off. And then over the years, the desire to win became quite an important thing for me. And so, yeah, the success sort of built, and I've been doing this. I'm 33 years old, so 30 years I've been riding motorcycles or been involved in motorsport.
I mean, that's why they're calling you a veteran, if you read.
I'm not thrilled about that, but yes. Yeah.
I'd imagine so. I mean, you're 33 years old. You're still pretty young. If you look at, you know, people racing everywhere in the world, if you look at the likes of Valentino Rossi, I mean, the doctor's, what, he's 40-something.
Yeah, possible.
He's still going. Are you going to maybe try to shoot out the lights in terms of the age categories?
Let's see. You know, I've got a 2-year-old daughter, so a big goal is for her to see me win. I want her to see her, you know, when she's at a time in her life where she'll remember it. So not just yet, but I want her to see me win, and that's an important thing. But we'll see. You know, for me, my team is super important. You know, the King Price team has been my baby that I've looked after from the beginning, and so even if I don't as a rider, I'll always be involved, be it just as the team manager and team owner. Then, yeah.
Let's talk about some scary moments. I would imagine we saw some pictures now on screen of, you know, you going around a corner, your knees essentially touching the ground. Scariest moment on a bike, a fall, maybe a moment where you thought, maybe I should walk away from this.
Yeah, I've recently had one of those, if I'm honest. Middle of last year, we were in East London, and in East London we do over 300 kilometers an hour through a turn. So your knees on the ground, 300 k's an hour. And through that corner, I had a really big slide and ended up the bike flicking me off, but I managed to, I wish I could say by talent, but more by luck, landed next to the bike, still holding on the handlebars, and rode off into the dirt and along the grass and just managed to miss the wall. And that probably was one that's where I still kept riding during that session because it was in practice, still kept riding, but I went to my wife that evening and I said, I don't think I want to hold the handlebars tomorrow. But to be fair, she said to me, just go try. And slowly but surely, during the next day, the passion came back again, you know, and the desire came back. And here we are a year later.
With a 7th SA championship title. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me, Clint Steller. It was a pleasure having you on Sports at Prime tonight. Right.